Hello everyone, Jeremy Morgan here, and today I just wanted to test out my new streaming setup. I just got this pantry kind of converted into an office, and I still don't have it completely finished yet, but I wanted to set up my streaming, kind of see how it looks, and in the meantime also show you how to use Vi in 5 minutes, or less, probably less. And so to do that, I'm going to jump onto my FreeBSD machine here and just kind of play around with Vi a little bit. So this is a new office. I've been posting this stuff on Twitter, pictures and stuff. I basically took this pantry that we were using to store junk in, ripped out all the shelves, repainted it, cleaned it up. Right now I have these little foam blocks here that are basically going to be where the acoustic panels are going to go. So I have some acoustic panels coming in from ATS Acoustics. They should be here in about a week and a half, but in the meantime, I've marked it out with these little panels. So there's still a lot of echo in this room, but I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to use this room for my office, for my day job at Pluralsight. I'm going to use it for content creation on YouTube, streaming like I'm doing right now, and recording my courses. So I've done 4 courses, I think, in my previous room, which is a great room. It's totally soundproofed and echo-proofed, but it's very small and it's right below my kitchen, so I have to ask my whole family to basically stop moving for 5 to 10 minutes while I record things for my courses. So all of that basically inspired me to move everything into this room, and so this is going to be kind of a cool streaming studio office thing. It's going to be pretty cool. I got little lights here. I'm hoping that I can program them at some point to make them do cool things, because I could change colors with it like this, change green, red. So one of the things I'm going to see is if I can program these lights to turn red when my build fails and green when it builds, or something cool like that. Anyway, let's shift over to the machine and I'll show you how to use Vi in 5 minutes or less. So here's my FreeBSD machine. This is actually the machine that I use for my courses. I run all my VMs off of it. So I should actually show you. This is pretty cool. So it's got quite a bit of RAM. It's got an i7 in it that's pretty fast. And this is all I use this for when I'm doing like my IAS courses and other courses and YouTube videos. I like to do everything on a virtual machine. And here you can see I have groups of stuff. And these are basically what I've used in the past for courses and things like that. I used to build my blog off of this machine on this blog box, but since I moved to Netlify, I no longer have to use that. But yeah, this is just kind of a cool little lab machine that I've been using that's been working great. So let's fire up Vi. Now, the reason I'm pointing out Vi instead of Vim, Vim is Vi improved. It's basically the same, but it's far more awesome. Vim is what I actually use most of the time when I'm using any type of environment, but I wanted to show Vi because Vi is installed on pretty much every Linux and Unix machine out there. Why this comes in handy is because you can jump on any of those machines and just type in Vi file name and use it. This came in extremely helpful when I was working at Intel and we were in an R&D group where we had banks of servers. So sometimes it'd be 12 to 24 servers in a bank, and they'd be pushed down, the OS would be pushed down through Ethernet, and it'd be a brand new Ubuntu install or CentOS or something like that. And the OS would be brand new, and then we'd push our artifacts on there, we'd push our workloads on there, run them, things like that. And then you go onto the machine, and you don't have Nano, you don't have gedit, you don't have anything like that, but you always had Vi. So that helped me get really good at Vi because you can just jump in and modify config files or do whatever we needed to do on there. So the first thing you want to do if you want to use Vi is you can just type in Vi by itself and it creates a little temp file you can see down there. Or you could do Vi file name. We'll do Vi test.txt. This is our test.txt. Now there are 2 different modes here for Vi, and this is where people get confused. They make jokes about can't escape Vi or whatever, because if you try to escape from this, it's not going to do anything. Because there's 2 different modes for this. So there's a command mode and an insert mode. Right now, I'm in command mode. But if I just type the letter I, and make sure and focus the window, of course, type in the letter I, I'll be in insert mode. And it's already screwed up. quit. See, it gets goofy. Try this again. Okay, now it's in command mode. Now we're in insert mode. And you can type in, this is text, or whatever you want. Now, if you want to escape out of this file, so if you're just goofing around it and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do anything, you can type escape, :Q, $. And that just quits you out of it. As you can see, the file doesn't exist. However, we type in insert, go into insert mode. This is text. Now if I want to save it, hit escape, :W. And you can tell I haven't used Vi on this particular machine ever, because the key bindings are not the key bindings that I usually use. So we'll do right quit. There we go. There's our test.txt. Let's open it up again. Test.txt. Type I for insert again. This is more text. Escape, WQ. Write quit. We'll quit out of there. If you just want to write, escape, :W. And then you can write and you can keep going. So some of the other ones, we could do copy and paste. If you go here and you're in command mode, type in YY, and that copies it. And then P pastes it. So you can do copy and paste with just the keyboard. Now say we want to delete this line, that's just DD. Or here, we'll paste it a bunch more times. And it does the same thing as a command prompt does, where if you just repeat it, you can repeat it here. And then I decide, well, that's way too much. I don't want that to save to my file. So I'll just do :Q +. And we're back to the original file. You can copy a word by saying YW. And then that just copies the word. I haven't really used that very much. What's some other good ones? Undo is U. There's my line. So I did DD to delete it. Oops, I didn't mean to delete that. U for undo. Cool. Let's see. Delete that. What is another cool one? Search. There we go. Search would be a good one. So what if I want to search for something? So we'll add another line in here. Pumpkin, whatever. We'll write it. Now let's pretend that this is a huge, gigantic file where I have no idea where anything is. In here, just type that /, and then you can see down there in the lower left-hand corner, there's a /. Where is pumpkin? And it brings the cursor right up to pumpkin. So search is pretty cool, and it works pretty well. You can hit dot to repeat the search and just dot and go all the way through the file. So to recap, here's the most important things to know about Vim. Vim test2.txt will open, if this file does not exist, this test2, we know that it doesn't exist in our file system, right? We only have test.txt, so if we type in vi test2.txt. If the file doesn't exist, it will create it. If it exists, it will open it. And then we need to remember I for insert mode. And then escape : W to write the file. DD to delete a line. U to undo it. Paste, copy and paste, YY. P to do copy and paste. And then if we want to quit without writing anything or doing anything, and of course I mess it up, that's fine. It's going to be colon. We'll open that up again. Escape, colon, Q, bang. And that'll quit without writing the file. So those are probably the most important things to remember. The deleting a line of text is pretty handy. If you have to go in and delete a bunch of them, you can just do DD. And you could even do DD and then period to repeat the command over and over. D0 will bring you to the beginning of a line. So if you're deep in a line here, I think it's D0. Oh, D0 looks like it deletes it to the beginning of the line. So I almost gave out some bad information there. And then we'll write and quit. There's Vim in 5 minutes or less. So I'm going to check this out and see what it looks like on all the platforms, see how my audio sounds, see how my video looks, all that stuff. But I wanted to at least do something cool on the stream while I'm testing and goofing around with it. I'll be doing a lot more streaming in the future, a lot more content production. Thank you everybody for watching my nonsense day in and day out.